Here is a Ford Focus 1 litre EcoBoost. And as you know, these 1 litre EcoBoost, they are wet belts. Can you guess what's wrong with it yet? So a few weeks back, a customer actually called us and he said his car doesn't start, which is this vehicle right here. And we turned up and unfortunately, the wet belt had snapped. We gave him a quote and he said he'll get back to us, and unfortunately, everyone else was too expensive to get this fixed or replaced. Maybe we came in a bit cheaper as well. And then a few days later, he called us and he said, do you want the car for £200? I said, yes, of course. But what the customer doesn't know is that we're gonna try and rebuild this engine and offer the car back to him. Let's see if he wants it or not. So let's get started and strip this little wet belt EcoBoost. Let's go.
We'll start off by removing the bonnet. This will give us more space when moving around the engine bay. And to get to the timing belt, we first have to remove a whole lot of stuff, including the air intake, ignition coils, and a bunch of electrical connectors that is running over the rocker cover.
Oh, hang on, cool. There we go. Look at that tiny little turbo. Is it damaged though?
No, I don't think so.
No?
No, it feels lovely.
Yeah?
It feels very, very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. Like my hair.
Well, what?
Like my haircut.
I do like your haircut.
That you took the mickey out of?
No, you paid £20 for that, so I said, you know, I'm not paying £20 for that.
And the fly mower and the fly mower won.
At first glance, the turbo did look good. However, it seems like the turbo had some sort of cheap repair before.
Try to weld it.
Oh my god, bro.
Yeah.
Alright, so there's more damage then. See you later. That's why I was like, why is it rattling then?
Yeah, because it's been had some pigeon poo weld put on it.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's why it's grounded there.
Yeah.
They try to weld that to that, and they obviously don't know how to weld.
Because they rotate on that as well, don't
and
they?
it rotates on that, so it's just snapped off. So that wastegate would have been shut.
Alright. Yeah, that's finished, mate. Look at it. Look at
You just get a wastegate.
that. Oh man. Wait. Say that again.
This is what happens, Marv, when you scam customers out of their cars. You then get scammed.
I got scammed, now I gotta buy a turbo.
It's broken and someone's tried to weld it.
Yeah, but this shouldn't be like this either.
No.
The internal bit. Right, so we have taken most of the stuff. Well, I say most of the stuff at the top. So that's the wiring loom at the top. Now the next thing is the high pressure fuel pump. This can actually go at the back now. Next is the PCV we got to remove. And then we're going to take the rocker cover off and see the state of the cams. And I'm hoping that it's okay. But I don't think it will be, because this is an interference engine. What do you think, Darren?
I think the cams will be alright. I think it would definitely have bent a valve, but I think the cams will be okay.
But mate, there's zero compression in it. You heard it was just like...
Yeah, no, I get that.
Hopefully we don't have to spend any more money, because that turbo is definitely not going to be cheap. That one, that snail.
I say that we don't want to spend any more money, but this engine is literally up for scraps at this point. Anything and everything could go wrong. Can we save it? At this point, we don't even know yet, and the only way to find out is to strip it down and find out what's damaged and what's not.
Might have to stick the camera down there, you know?
Yeah.
Because it looks shinish to me, this engine. Don't tell me we're going to need a replacement engine, mate.
I hope not.
Please, I hope not. Oh my days.
I really hope not.
That's going to be bloody expensive.
Yup. You ready, Marv?
I'm scared, to be fair.
Let's see if it's done.
I think it is done, mate.
The camshafts.
I have a feeling it's done.
Or if the engine is completely done.
Put it down in the comment section what you guys think. Pause this video. Let me know, right? Your guesses in the comment section. 3, 2, 1.
Ooh.
Oh.
Huh?
The belt is supposed to have snapped, however, it is completely intact.
What the hell?
Did we misdiagnose the fault?
Marv, I'm confused. When we turned that over...
There's zero compression, mate. It was like... It was literally like starter, turning the engine, and that's it.
Maybe, with the head off, let's turn it, see what's happening.
What the hell? That's clean as well, mate. I can't lie to you. That's clean.
It's good condition. Oh my.
Even the belt's
It's
not
cracking.
breaking up.
No, it's cracking.
It is cracking, but not
definitely needs
bad.
replacing.
Let's see if I can get that on there for you guys. Yeah, there you can just about see it.
Nah, that will need replacing, mate.
The belt's definitely gonna need replacing, but why is it spinning over like it?
Unless the bottom end has spun off, maybe. It's the bottom end that's shredded. Oh, let's give it a go. Let's give it a crank. Yep. Right, you've seen that. So the bottom end is likely to have shredded the belt, I would say. That's my guess. Because,
Could have, spun on the crank.
yeah, it's spun on the crank, isn't it?
Your timing belt, or sometimes a timing chain, is what keeps your camshaft and crankshaft in sync. This lets the correct timing for the combustion to happen correctly. If the timing is incorrect, it could cause misfire, or in the likes of the engine that we're working on, a potential valve damage or a complete top end damage.
Have you found the problem off?
I have actually, yes, I found the problem.
Alright, you guys ready, yeah?
You might get a bit of glare off of this, but
You guys ready? How clear is it?
it's quite clear, but
Yeah?
it's a bit
Right.
glary.
So we've got some teeth, and then they just there.
Oh, yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
It's just flat.
You can see where the teeth should be.
Yeah. And then look.
Hello.
The teeth again. Look,
Been
look.
to the dentist.
And then it just disappeared. It needs veneers, mate.
Does. Needs to go
Gone.
to Turkey and get some turkey teeth. Oops.
That is absolutely finished. Now we're still deciding whether to take the head off or just chuck a belt on it.
Take the head off.
Take the head off, innit? Yeah, take the head off.
Take the head off.
Let's go take the head off. Do the honours, mate. I've never cut a belt in my life. Oh my god.
You ready?
Yeah, go on.
It's gone now.
It's gone now.
It's definitely gone
It's definitely finished. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
There it goes.
Alright.
What you got, Marv? I think there's something missing out of that. Is that a Bluetooth belt?
Yeah. Yeah, Bluetooth teeth. Look how thin it's gone, mate. Oh.
This is why. What should people do with their cars with wet belts, Marv?
Yeah, throw it away.
Other than that.
They should service it often, really. You'd want to be servicing it every 5,000 miles just to prolong it a little bit. I mean, like, it's due, realistically. It's done, what, 97k?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is due.
Yeah.
But obviously, to prevent this from happening, or at least to prolong it anyway, not prevent it, service it often. From the
Yeah.
looks of it, it looks like it's serviced often.
Yeah, it
Clean
does.
at the top.
It is.
Yeah, you can see that's pretty clean. It doesn't look like.
I would say, would you say every 50k? 60?
Yeah. Well,
70?
I don't know what.
Well, the thing is, I've seen these wet belts snap at like 40.
Mate, I've seen them go at 20.
Yeah, that's insane, isn't it?
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and for the fact that Ford were doing them under warranty as well, what does that tell you?
And recall.
And recall.
Yeah.
It is true that some were issued a recall due to faulty wet belt. However, not all of the models were apparently affected. But anyway, since we are removing the cylinder head, we have got a lot to do. We are yet to remove the timing cover, exhaust clamps, coolant pipes and camshafts. By removing those, we are exposing the head bolts, which we need to remove in order to separate the cylinder head from the engine block.
So we're now underneath. Obviously, we've finished all the stuff that we need to remove at the top. We're gonna get the oil out. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Oh, that's black. Oh, see that?
Oh, did you see that jump? Yeah,
Big bit of rubber.
big bit of rubber, that one. That's a lot of oil though. I swear this only takes like 3 liters or something like that. I think when the oil pressure light came on, it was topping it up.
You'd like to think so.
Oh my god, that's a lot of oil, man. That is a lot of oil, sir.
It's a lot of oil.
Go on, Darren. Give it a good whack.
I was bolting it still.
Is that?
Yeah.
Oh, she's coming. Oh, she's done. Yep. Exhaust is in the way. Yeah, brilliant. Whee!
Exhaust bolts. I have no idea how that came out.
I didn't even put heat on it.
Come out.
Do you have an idea how that came
I'm
out?
going to say the E word.
No.
No. About this.
Yeah.
That come out easy.
Yeah, that did.
The old Milwaukee made short work of that.
I don't think it's the Milwaukee, mate, to be honest. I think we just got lucky.
Right, Sump is finally ready to come off after the exhaust came off. Let's have a look at the state
of the pickup on the Sump. Oh my god! I laughed, but I'm telling you, it did not look good at all. See all the stuff that's inside, look.
Oh yeah.
Mate. All pickup. Let's have a look. Yeah, that is what I would call done. Look at that. Oh, mate.
Seeing all this wet belt material makes me feel angry as a mechanic. What a dumb idea to be putting rubber in a hot chemical bath. It just doesn't make sense.
That is mad.
To mend the oil pressure issue, we will have to completely clean the oil pickup and the oil pump, ensuring that it's free from wet belt material. Again, it sounds insane, but I guess that's where the world is right now.
With the state of the oil pump like that, I know that there are a few things that we need to clean up in that engine bay, because I am quite sure that the vacuum pump is likely to be contaminated with wet belt materials as well, and that's what causes hard brakes and stuff like that, or no brake at all sometimes. And I know that the turbo feed is going to be completely blocked as well. Luckily the turbo is okay, except for the actuator being broken. Hopefully we can sort something out with that, but if we have to get a brand new turbo, then we go and get a brand new turbo. And as you can see, it's starting to compound already. All the cost on the customer, if he was to pay for this, it's literally like increasing by the minute. So think about that. New turbo, new belt of course, and hopefully the engine isn't too broken, because he stated that he just couldn't start it in the morning. So there we are. We're just about to take the cylinder head off. The next thing is the timing cover, and then after that, cylinder head. Yeah man, long day. If you're still here, make sure you click that subscribe button and make sure to follow me on Instagram as well. It's right here.
Head over to my Instagram where we post what we're up to on a daily basis, but for now, let's get this poorly Ford Focus back on the road. Since Ford have decided that it's a good idea to use the timing cover as an engine mount, we will have no choice but to support the engine by setting the drive shaft on an axle stand. After that, we can proceed on removing the cylinder head bolts. Aye! Water.
Oh, wire. Oh, it stinks, mate.
It does stink.
Yeah.
Now we are free.
Do the honors. Oi, there it is. The cylinder head.
Mate. Oh, the
Oh, you've ruined it. You have ruined it. Oh, goodness
pick them up,
gracious.
pick them-
Looking at this, it doesn't look like it's bent any. It didn't even make... It doesn't even look like it made some sort of contact, but obviously we just didn't want to risk it, just slapping a belt on it. Look at it.
Especially as how much of a nightmare these are to do.
Yeah.
But
Look at that.
it's off now. We'll get the head skimmed.
We'll get it skimmed anyway.
Get it skimmed. We'll just get the valves checked.
Yeah.
Get them relapped.
Peace of mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And if you look at the pistons right over here, yeah, it doesn't look like it's supposed to make contact, because it's actually got these grooves. I'm not sure. Apparently it's an interference engine, so we're just listening to what people are saying. And you can see there's no marks of the valves hitting the piston at all. I'm puzzled.
You can see it as an, you know.
Yeah, it didn't hit at all. Wow.
That's the first on me.
Yeah, that's the first on me too, mate. Never really knew that is possible, I guess. So you know how we were talking about it looks okay? Well, I did my short test, and as you can see, we filled it up with brake cleaner. We obviously blocked the injector hole and a spark plug hole as well, and look at the exhaust side. It's dripping out. Look at that.
If liquid can go past the valve, it means that air can also go past the valve, which indicates that it's not sealing properly, which means poor to no compression, and in turn can cause misfire, non-start or poor engine performance.
Okay, well, that cylinder head is completely finished. So I phoned up a few machine shops, and they've actually said that whenever there's a valve piston contact, they all said the same thing, which apparently it breaks the little guides and then it lets water through. And so I was just like, okay, right, is it rebuildable? And they were just like, sometimes, but mostly not. So I was just like, okay, I'm not taking the risk. So I bought a brand new cylinder head kit. So that's the camshaft, that's the followers, the rockers, the valves, and everything else. As you can see, it's nice and shiny. This is brand new cylinder head. So now what we got to do is put that cylinder head in there. But first, timing cover has got to come off as well, and make sure to time the bottom end up before we can even put the head in, just so that we can prevent obviously the valve to piston contact. We don't want that. We don't want another cylinder head because it's not cheap. All right, so let's go and get started.
To ensure proper sealing, we first have to clean the mating surfaces of the engine block and cylinder head. This will prevent the new cylinder head from warping or cause coolant and oil to leak into the combustion chamber. To clean the engine block, we use Power Lube Plus. This will soften the old sealing compound and other contaminants. We then use a soft wheel brush to lift up all the dirt on the surface. This might be the wrong thing to do for others, but I'm sure it will be fine, since it's a cast iron block anyway. Once that's all done, we can finally mate the head and the block.
There we go. She's on.
And that just looks absolutely insane. It's got a new head now. Just look how clean that looks. A new, brand new head. And also, we're gonna put more L-ring stuff on it. So that is the head bolt set, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. You guys already know L-ring is really good when it comes to gaskets and the head bolts and stuff like that. And you can see it here. Pretty lovely, to be honest with you. Pretty solid stuff. But yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna fit that. We're gonna remove the caps first, so obviously we can get into the bolt holes and stuff like that. It's getting exciting. It's nice and clean now.
To do this job correctly, we will have to torque the cylinder head to the correct torque sequence and torque settings. Again, by following this procedure, it will prevent the new cylinder head and head gasket from premature failure.
Right, okay, everything is torqued up. Well, the head is torqued up now anyway, but I'm having a little dilemma here. Because yes, the camshafts are new, but we do not have the right timing tool for it. So I am thinking of just reusing the old one, because the VVT needs to be timed up as well, and we don't really have the right timing tool for it. The camshafts are absolutely perfect. There is nothing wrong with them.
And they're Ford ones.
Yeah, and they're Ford as well. It's just like, yeah, we just want to be sure that the job is done correctly first time. And like what I said, I don't have the timing tool for the camshaft, so I'm gonna have the VVT, sorry, so I'm gonna have to reuse the old one right here, what Darren's looking at right now, and ignore this brand new camshaft. Yeah, we'll go from there. We'll put that one, the old one, in, and then just time it all back up, and then that should be us. It looks so good with the brand new head as well. But you know, it is what it is. We gotta do what we gotta do.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
So that is us timed up at the top now. I'm sorry, we were recording and then this bloody thing died. But anyway, the top end is timed up, and same with the bottom end as well. As you saw in the previous wet belt that we did, it's the same timing procedure basically. So it goes on that, and then it goes on the very end right there. And also, you have got to put a timing pin at the very end. Right there, it's just there, you'll see where our finger is, but it's all timed up now, so that should be us pretty much ready to install the wet belt. However, what did we forget?
Inlet manifold.
Yeah, we forgot to put the inlet manifold, which is pretty annoying because the inlet or the engine hoist bit, because obviously the inlet manifold is still on the old cylinder head. But yeah, luckily we have got all the L-rings there, so any gasket that goes on the head, L-ring has pretty much supplied everything, so good on them.
From the head gasket down to the injector seals, they have supplied in a single kit. This headset, as they call it, comes with all the gaskets that may be connected to the cylinder head, and that also includes the new valve cover gasket. Cheap for how much I got it for, in my opinion. All that being said, now that we're all sealed up, we can finally install the new wet belt. Again, making sure that we torque the tensioner to the right spec to avoid premature wear and catastrophic engine damage.
Alright, most satisfying part. Ooh, and that's tight, that's tight. Love to see it. Excuse me, mate.
Yeah?
You're making a bit of mess.
How am I making a mess?
Coolant dripping everywhere, mate. The wildlife.
And that's why it's important to make sure that we seal the timing cover properly using the correct sealant and also by following the correct torque sequence and settings. This will prevent oil leak that can harm, well, the wildlife. Anyway, resealing the engine is probably the longest part of doing a wet belt. It's not the most difficult thing to do, but it's definitely long-winded. Just take a look at these ridiculous torque settings. Absolutely unnecessary in my opinion. As you know, the turbo is completely kaput on that EcoBoost, so we're gonna go and pick it up from GSF Car Parts. They've sorted me out and they've got the turbo ready for me waiting inside. What you got in your hand?
Got turbo.
Turbo from where?
GSF.
Use the code.
What, this code here? This one right here?
Laura 20.
Yeah, that's the one.
20% off at GSF.
Yeah, that's it. Right.
They do good turbos.
Yeah, they do. So let's head back and fix that little wet belt stuff. Just take a look at this brand new turbo. We could have bodged our way through, but there is only one way to do a job, and that is to do it the right way. How good does this brand new turbo look though, next to the brand new cylinder head? It looks absolutely mint. It's pretty much a complete engine. Yeah. All we have to do is to put the sump back up, rotate it, check the timing is correct, and make sure that everything is perfectly fine up top, and then we can give it a little start. So happy about this, you know that? It was pretty much bare engine earlier, and now it's looking 10 out of 10. New gaskets, new head, everything is pretty much new on this engine. So if this works, we can safely say these engines can be saved even with a snapped or toothless timing belt on it. But there's only one way to find out, is for us to finish this and get it started. Just take a look at this sump. It is absolutely filled with wet belt materials, as you can see right there and there. It's absolutely insane what it can do, man. Like, it just completely destroys an engine. Look, that's a tooth. That's a tooth right there. That's a cam belt tooth. And it literally snaps in my hand. And this is why it's very important to service these wet belts every 5,000 to 6,000 miles if possible. And make sure that you are using the correct oil for it, which is a 520 Ford spec, right? This is the Ford spec here. I'm going to leave it on the screen just so that you guys know what oil to use. It's only a matter of time before we can start the engine for the first time since it failed. It's scary to think that we've invested so much time and money into something we're not even sure will work. So please click that subscribe button, as it will help us create more content like this where we can fix cars for people for free. That being said, Darren is now finalizing the top end, reconnecting all the pipes and connectors. And in addition to this, we're yet to face the elephant in the room. And it's this crank pulley right here. The next thing that we have to do now is to check if everything lines up. I'm gonna torque this to, I think it's 70 Newton meters they want for it, just so that we can turn it and check if everything lines up back in place. And if it does, that means we have done our job correctly, that the engine is all timed up. Okay, Darren, is it possible if we please remove the timing tools at the top, just so that we can check the timing now, please? Yeah, it's just we have to remove those timing tool for the camshaft, and then the next thing is the one at the bottom, which is at the back of the engine, just right under there. And we're gonna turn the engine clockwise twice, and fingers crossed it should go back to where all those timing tools line up. Why is there no compression? I forgot we took the injector. This step is important when doing any timing related jobs. Not only you can check if the timing is correct, you will also be able to feel if the valves are making contact with the pistons, which is obviously not ideal. Now we have to check if this timing pin lines up. That's perfect, that lined up nicely. Now Darren, your turn, mate. Your timing gonna line up. Please don't make me nervous, please, please, please. For the eagle-eyed viewers out there, yes, there is surface rust on the cam lobes, but when we measured it, it was absolutely perfect, so there's nothing to worry about. Oh yeah, that's good.
That's down.
That one down, definitely looks down, good.
And down.
That one,
marvelous.
The heavens have lined up. I mean the camshaft and the crankshaft, that is. Which means that our timing is absolutely spot on. Now,
we're just gonna put everything back up. We're gonna torque the crank and we should be able to start it. Should is the word. Hopefully nothing else was forgotten, no bolts was forgotten, but we're in good hopes, aren't we, Darren?
Yeah, 100%.
I think we did the job properly, so let's carry on. Let's put everything back together now so we can just get to cranking it. Let's go.
We've spent all this time, money and effort to something that we're not even sure of if it will work or not. However, we are in good hopes. What you're seeing here is me and Darren teaming up to close the engine up. As I torqued the crank pulley, Darren started to put the top end together. So that's all the connectors, sensors, fuel related parts, ignition coil and spark plugs. And believe it or not, he's put the top end faster than I've finished torquing the crank pulley. Not an easy task.
Man's tired.
And as you can see there, 455 degrees, so 90 plus 450 degrees, so that to that, that's 450 degrees.
That's tiring. No way in hell that you can do it without torque multiplier. And if you think you can, please drop a short or something like that. Please show me how it's done. Please. We are now ready to start the car. Darren, this is the moment of truth, my friend.
It is. Do you want to pull the fuel pump fuse and I'll spin it over?
Yes. Wang it over so that we get some pressure, oil pressure at the top. We basically had to rebuild the whole top end of the engine. It is very scary if it doesn't start. There's always that. We don't know. We just took it and we were just like, you know what?
It's gonna start.
He's so positive. And what do you always say? What do you say?
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
And that is when things started to go wrong.
Let's wang it over, take the fuse out for the fuel pump, and we'll go from there. Right, Darren, wang it over, please. Right, we've got it hooked up now. It's got a dead battery. Core pack's disconnected at the moment. We're just gonna get some oil pressure. So, please, Darren, do the deed.
And whatever that high-pitched noise is, it clearly doesn't sound good.
Whatever that is. Okay, quieten down. Going is going. Oh my god. All I know is there is compression, which is good. Right, shall we connect it? Here we go. The spark plugs should now be getting their power. Do the deed, sir. Please. Please.
This is clearly not going well. After all the work we've done to this car, it seems like it is asking for more. All the high-pitched noise, now a no-start scenario. Could we have missed something?
I cannot even... I don't know where to begin. One too many sensors been disconnected. So, what's saying here is that the engine temperature is too high. I think that's what he's saying. Look, you can see it there, it just keeps on rising. Oh, then high temperature, and I reckon that will inhibit it from starting.
Good.
So yeah, I don't know. Right, so we have now disconnected the temperature sensor for the engine. Let's wang it over and hope that we get a start up. Let's have a look. Come on, man, please.
Still, the car doesn't want to start. There is definitely compression, and we've checked the timing marks multiple times, so there is not a single chance that we got the timing wrong. We just have no idea what is happening.
Here, man? No idea. I don't know what's going on. I have now got the 601 Max in hand, and I've deleted all the codes that was there previously. Stupid us, we did not disconnect the battery before we started working on it. That's our fault. And then you obviously threw loads and loads and loads of code for every sensor that we've disconnected. It basically turned up on this diagnostic tool. So now that's all cleared up. We're gonna give it a go, and as you can see, it's just stop lamp and cranking too long. I think that's what it says on the PCM. So we're gonna give it a go again. This is madness.
Crazy.
Well, to no surprise, the car still did not want to start even when all of the previous codes were deleted. We were starting to lose hope at this point. Parts cannon isn't an option either, as we have already spent so much money on this car, so a proper diagnosis is a must.
There's definitely compression in there, I know that. Yeah, let's keep looking. Oh, hold on, I've got something here. Crankshaft position sensor A circuit.
The crankshaft position sensor is what tells the ECU the current angle of the crankshaft. If this sensor is not working, or if it's disconnected, it can cause the car to not start. And as I mentioned earlier in the video, if we time the engine incorrectly, the crankshaft position sensor will also see this, and you guessed it, cause the engine to not start.
Yeah, all crankshaft position sensor. The thing is, that is definitely connected, 100% disconnected, connected, sorry. You can see it here, look. Let me just twirl you guys around. You can see that that is 100% in there. Like, what's going on? Right, so the crankshaft sensor has been I disconnected it, connected back up again. Now let's have a look. This is on-demand self-test. So if there is any code here relating the crankshaft sensor, we are in trouble. Oh, come on, please don't show any crankshaft sensor. I'm gonna be so, yeah, okay. That's good. Right. Darren. Please.
You know what I'm never going to say again?
Yeah, don't. It's not gonna be fine, mate, is it? God's sake. Let's just cycle that again. Ready, Darren? 3, 2, 1. Oh, stop. Oh! Oh! She's on! But it's making a funny noise.
The car finally started, but it still doesn't sound good. And the crank time is too long. And in addition to this, it seems like there's a misfire on higher revs. Could this be an inherited fault? The only way to find out is to call the previous owner.
Fixed now, however, we have an issue where it's just cranking a long time. I'm just wondering if it's an inherited fault. Was it like that before?
One more time?
Like, you know, when you turn it on, does it take ages for it to turn on?
No, it was usually just fine.
Like one click and then it would just turn on straight away?
Yeah, straight away every time.
Okay. Alright, okay, mate, no problem. Sorry for disturbing you. Thank you for your time anyway.
Worries.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Take
Cheers. Bye-bye. I really don't know what's going on. I haven't been on it. I've been at work, you know, trying to refresh my mind, and still I cannot figure out this car. That was me thinking that the timing is out. And as you can see here, that's perfectly lined up. Also, we have got the crank, which is perfectly lined up as well. It's butted up at the back. The timing is perfect. And it's a very weird one, because when you disconnect the crankshaft sensor, obviously it doesn't start. Now when you plug it in, it fires up straight away. You turn it off, try to crank it, it takes a long time for it to crank. I have no idea what's going on. I have no clue.
As I was trying to backtrack on all of the sensors, connectors, and checking the timing over and over again, I noticed something odd about the high pressure fuel pump. Why is that leaking? I have no idea.
What the hell was that? Why did that happen? Look at it. Look. A spring. And then also, you can see it right there. It snapped. And it looks like it didn't snap recently. It looks like it's an inherited snap. It looks like it's been snapped for a while. Look at it. All this, I'm like, yeah, the timing is out. It's not out. The timing is perfect. And then to find out that it's just a fuel pump problem, it's jarring. So this is the thing. If we fix this for the customer, and this has happened, had to change the turbo, had to change the fuel pump. Turbo itself is like 500 quid. High pressure fuel pump now, it's like 400 quid. The cylinder head, 400 something quid. No, it's not. It's like 7 something, as far as I can remember. And then the whole wet belt shebang and all the oil and stuff like that. You can just imagine all of the, my God, there's pigeons fighting. Anyway, the cost have all added up now, and yeah, it's become very, very expensive, as you could imagine. So it's good, I guess, that we took it away from him, but we're still gonna give him a call and see if he wants these
piece of shit because it's just giving us the struggles. But yeah, now I'm gonna put it back together again. We'll go from there, I guess, and then we're gonna try and start it up once I get the new high pressure fuel pump. It's quite late now, I've just finished work, and I'm just having a go at it, just checking it, and then found out it's the high pressure fuel pump. Funnily enough, there's no code, but there's a crankshaft and camshaft code.
The following day.
Ah, yes. So Darren is now putting the
New high pressure pump on
new high pressure fuel pump. It looks good. Oh my god, just because of that.
Where is the...
We have messed it. Oh my
there's
god,
the
look at this.
bit.
It'll be fine. Now.
Ready?
Ready. Obviously, we had to wait for fuel to get into the pump. Right, just switch it off.
Turn it off. Ready now?
Yeah.
Just like that. The car is ready. For win.
Wow.
So I've just been for a test drive with this Ford Focus here, and it runs absolutely perfect. Like, the boost is there. I can't believe it. It feels a little bit faster than usual. I don't know what it's about, but maybe it's just reset adaptives, I think. God knows. But yeah, it's been a lot, this vehicle. It's given us headache, heartbreaks, broken turbos, and all sorts.
Broken high pressure fuel pump.
Broken high pressure fuel pumps, that's another one. But now, let's ask the old owner of this vehicle if he wants it back or not.
The car.
Yeah.
It's all done now and it's all working. Now I was just going to ask you really if you want the car back.
Honestly, not really. I've already basically found my next option, to be honest.
Oh right, okay, you've already moved on.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Oh right, okay, no problem, mate. No problem at all. But yeah, I mean, enjoy your holiday, my man. I thought I'd offer it back to you, but if you don't want it, then that's fine.
Yeah, I appreciate it, though.
As you heard, he doesn't even want it back. So if you'd like to see more contents like this, where we basically just rebuild engines, I call that an engine rebuild, even though it's just the head replacing. But if you want to see more content like this, please don't forget to share, like, comment and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one. Peace.
Like my haircut.
I do like your haircut.
That you took the mickey out of?
No, you paid £20 for that, so I said, you know, I'm not paying £20 for that.